have we got something special for you guys today. This is the video that I wish we had before we left on our trip.
It would have, look, it would have been really nice to know some things. We've seen plenty of people put stuff that they wish they had. These are some things we wish we had.
These are 10 things that we didn't know we needed for the van, but we've got them in the last year and we couldn't travel without them.
I know, they are certainly game changers for us. Everyone travels differently. Everyone travels in different vans and setups and that. But for us, these things were, they were like Christmas all come at once.
Now, disclaimer, yes, you can travel without them. We did for 2 years, but in the last year, these 10 items have just made our lives much easier and better on the road. So let's get into it.
Let's go.
Okay, starting with number one, everyone knows that we have a hybrid van and our mattress folds in half. So when it folds out, there's like the divider.
Like the fold gap down, two king singles fold out, and you got that,
And it was giving me back pain and hip pain, and that was actually one thing I was thinking might stop us being in a caravan until I tried out the DreamerRV Wanderluxe mattress topper. Purchased all out of our own money, but this is a game changer if you have a hybrid van. It's like, like sleeping on air.
It really is. It made a massive difference. We tried the noodles at each end. We tried a couple other techniques people told us, but it wasn't till we got this mattress topper that it just, it's magic.
You can slightly feel the joint, but nothing like before. And because it's that memory foam, when it folds over in half, when we open it again, give it half an hour and it pops back up.
That's perfect.
It is amazing. Now, you have to measure it to see if it's the right size. I think ours is slightly too big, but being a hybrid, of course, no one makes anything exactly for our van. We have to pull it up occasionally, but love it.
That's right. So check out DreamerRV, their mattress toppers.
Game changer.
Game changers.
Game changer, definitely. So what's something that you've had as a game changer, Cain?
Well, when we like to camp off grid for a little while and you don't want to have to pack your van up to go and fill up with water all the time, we decided to get ourselves a water bladder. We hadn't had one before, so we were limited with how long we could stay somewhere or how often we showered.
Yes, it did really come to, do we shower
that's
tonight?
Right, yes. So, we got ourselves a 100-litre water bladder. I had a little inline pump, so you can buy them with them or without. There's plenty of companies that do it. But it's been an absolute game changer for us for the fact that where you can just unhook, I can drive in, whether we need ice, some supplies or whatever, some food, and fill up my 100-litre water bladder, bring it back to the van, and we're pretty good. We got 200 litres of water on the van, and we can make that last 2 to 3 weeks if we're conservative. The extra 100 litres, bang, that whacks us out over a month, so it's perfect.
Yeah. Who did we get the water bladder off?
Look, I can't remember. We'll have to look that one up and probably put a little thing up in the...
It was, I'm trying to think as well, like everyone, when I put online, we're thinking of getting a water bladder, everyone recommended this company.
That's right, this one type. And
I'm really sorry because I have got an absolute blanket. I can't remember that company.
Not I. As usual, you can see we've come very prepared for all this sort of stuff. We just sit down in front of the camera, have a chat, and then go, wow, we probably should have done a bit of research on that. I should have
written down some names of that, but I will put it down below. Thank you to the magic of editing. But yeah, that water bladder has actually allowed us to camp more how we like to camp now.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So what's next on the list?
Okay, number 3 on the list, and these are in no particular order, just things that we've thought that we can't live without, and it is van fizzers. Now, van fizzers are like, instead of using the chemicals in your toilets, you put van fizzers in instead, or toilet fizz is the actual product. It is amazing. Now, everything, it's still poo. It's still going to stink slightly because it's still poo. What we have been amazed with is how much it breaks everything down. The poo, the toilet paper, everything gets broken down.
That's right. It all comes broken down for us, even if we've sort of just been in there, as I like to get in there and just lay one, and then we just drive a couple 100 metres up the road, empty it, it's done. Who doesn't when you're tipping it out and you gadoo?
Oh, I'm sorry, this is off topic, but Cain loves hearing the gadunk. It's almost like a challenge.
I know. Look.
And Van Fizzers has stopped his challenge because we very rarely have a nugget come through anymore.
Look, yes, Van Fizzers, they put a nice smell through the van. Like anywhere, if you're going to drop a big steamer, it's going to smell. But in saying that, the Van Fizzers definitely sort of take away that smell. It definitely breaks it up. For us, it works really, really well, and the best part is it's environmentally friendly, so we can dump it really in septic tanks. So when we're at friends' places or Trina's uncle's place, we can septic tank dump it, or we can sit there and whack it in dump points as well. So you know,
so it's environmentally friendly. It's made from a small company in Bundaberg. It's Australian made. It's all those things that we love. I love supporting small Australian businesses, and Van Fizzers is definitely one of those. That's right.
It's really worked well for us. I mean, and it's saving us a lot of money. It's saved us a lot more money than the chemical. So
the chemicals have definitely, as everything is, gone up in price, and so we were paying about $17 for the chemical. Now they range between $25 and $30, and a bottle
it's about
of
8 uses for a bottle.
So I believe last time I looked, I just buy the refiller ones from Van Fizzers now. I believe they're about $30, maybe $35. That does us, how many times would you think?
It would be a tough one.
I haven't really added up, but I would say close to 20.
Uses?
Yeah. Maybe.
I worked it out. I thought it was about 3 times the uses as the chemical one. So
that's about 20, 24. So definitely something to look into if you still have a chemical toilet like we do.
And trying to save a couple of dollars.
Trying to save money, environmentally friendly, and it works. It works really well. Okay, Cain. Your turn now. Ooh, I like this.
I know, we're taking in turns. The anti-flap kit.
I think I like that just as much as you do.
Look, I'll tell you, I like it because I don't get woken up in the middle of the night going, it's flapping, the awning's flapping, and I can't sleep. And then all it is all night roll, toss, turn, get up. Is it okay? Get
the
down.
Awning in?
I know. So anti-flap kit, and it really has been a game changer for certainly sleeping at night. And
peace of mind.
Everyone's still got to pull their awnings in when the weather's going to be really bad, but we've left it out now in some pretty strong winds and that, and it barely moves. It's unreal, and it's not really that hard to set up.
Occasionally he still whinges to set up, but
I do everything, but you're allowed to. No one said you can't whinge, so you can always have a little whinge. You just do it.
It is just so good because I love our awning, and because we have an outdoor kitchen, we need an awning. And all I can think of, I've seen awnings of caravans ripped off in the wind, and as soon as it would start blowing, this used to move around a lot. And I was just so worried that we'd lose our awning and then have to wait months to get a new one. And I've just seen the horror stories, okay? And finally we bit the bullet and got, what sort of brand is it?
It's an Aussie Traveller.
Okay, yep. Amazing. Like you said,
I rung them up because you just got to be aware. Some hybrids you need the little extension to go with it and that. So I rung them up and they told me exactly what I needed. And plus, when I really bit the bullet and made the decisions, Trina said, I think we're at Wilson's prom. She said, it's going to get windy. We're pulling the awning in. I'm like, nah, she's all good. And it just happened to be then the wind lifted a pole, it fell in. So I had to get an anti-flap kit.
And we put the awning in, and it was 70k winds. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I would have put the awning in even with the anti-flap kit.
Oh, yeah, that was ridiculous winds at Wilson's prom. I was just going to say something.
No, you forgot. The other good thing about the anti-flap kit is I can put side ends and that on it. They've got tracks, so I can run tracks now that make weatherproof over my kitchen, certainly, and just sort of a little bit of wind protection should we need it.
That's been the second thing that I've loved about the anti-flap, because the rain and wind used to come in over our kitchen often, and now we don't have to worry about that.
Yep. No rain comes on the kitchen.
I also have to say, ringing up Aussie Traveller and chatting to them actually saved us money, because Cain was going to buy a big, like there's a small, medium or large.
They give you measurements, they do, and yeah, so I highly recommend ringing if you're not sure. Just ring them up, because there are little extensions that, certainly with electric awnings, they've got motors at the end and little bits of extensions at the end, and you just... Yeah,
and ours it's weird compared to a normal caravan awning, so it was hard to find something that worked, but Aussie Traveller is great. This is my favourite.
Look, before we go any further, do you think we're yelling or are we excited?
I'm excited. I'm probably yelling too, but I'm excited.
Her excitement gets my excitement up.
Okay. The next one is Starlink. Now, it really wasn't a thing when we first left. No one was talking about Starlink. We had a
Nighthawk.
Yes, we had a Nighthawk
2, which stopped working after a while, and then we got the Nighthawk 6.
And it was great. Like, it did what we needed. But if there was no signal in an area, there was no signal. Right. We couldn't get anything.
We bought an antenna with it too, shoved it up a mast or a high pole and had it there. And if you know where the towers sort of generally are, you can point it in that direction. Cangai Bridge was a perfect example. We had no phone reception, but with the Nighthawk 6 and the antenna, we managed to get enough so we could send messages and that to people.
Yeah, we couldn't like upload a YouTube or anything like that. But about a year ago, we were heading to the Gympie muster actually, and I said to Cain, I really need to be able to have constant internet, because I was doing a TKA travelling.
So a little bit of online work for Katrina, and plus you're uploading in YouTubes, and if you're going to be somewhere for a month, you know, the water bladder is great to get water, but we do need the ability to provide YouTubes for you guys to watch and enjoy, and just for our memories.
And by that time, Starlink was out. It was running high and hard.
Yeah, we were really late to that part.
Oh, definitely. But I tell you, I still see people asking now what internet. If you are doing anything that involves more than just having a scroll on your phone, you're going to need Starlink. It has been amazing.
We haven't been anywhere where it hasn't worked. A couple of places where there's been quite a lot of trees, we've had to manoeuvre it around so you don't get the best signal. But depends what you want to do with it, I suppose. I love streaming. I love watching my Amazons and my movies and my series on Netflix and that. So that's me. Plus, we like watching some YouTubes as well along the way.
Yeah, so it's worked everywhere, and it has just allowed us that freedom. Also, with Cain's heart condition, it allows Wi-Fi calling, so we can be in the middle of nowhere and we can still make a phone call if we need to. So we've actually got rid of our satellite phone, which we originally had, and our Nighthawk. So we've cut those two away and just gone.
Yeah, just
and
Starlink.
Really, I think we're paying an extra $40 a month on top of what, like by taking off the Nighthawk and off the satellite phone. So it's not that much dearer.
The Bennetts far outweigh the extra cost. The Bennetts. The benefits far outweigh the extra costs. So
if you're going on the road for a while, definitely look into Starlink. I'm actually going to pop in the code. With Starlink, we have a code, a referral code. So if you use our code, you get a month for free and we get a month for free. But it's only if you first sign up. Hey, look, a free month.
It's win-win for everybody.
Win-win for both of us, hey.
A win for you is a win for me.
Anything to save costs on the road, I tell you. We have, I believe, the version 3, so we have the full setup sort of thing. We don't have the mini. It wasn't out when we...
No, it wasn't out when we got that. Some people I know have both, or some people have moved across to one.
Look, I'd love a mini. If we had a mini as well and had it on the car, I would cut our mobile phone plans down to nearly nothing. But it's not really affordable.
It's not for two. We'd have to do a whole lot better on YouTube.
Like, subscribe, follow along, yeah,
That's
share
right.
with your
Make
friends.
sure you do all that stuff. Even become a subscriber.
Look, the bit to me, a mini Starlink on the car would just mean that you would always have your Google Maps and things like that running. You wouldn't have a drop in, drop out. Because I don't know about anybody else, but when they turned off 3G last year, the 4G has got a whole lot worse, and the reception's shocking in so many areas.
I don't think they were ready for it, and I think it seriously did struggle. I always sit there and say, oh, Telstra's, well, like where we are now, we got 3 bars. It's still pretty slow. It's good, but sometimes I reckon they're just token bars that Telstra put up. Yep. You look at it and go, oh, you know, I feel all good and fuzzy. I've got some Telstra bars, but they don't really work.
It doesn't do anything. No. So Starlink is definitely a game changer winner.
If you're going to travel, certainly to remote areas, and you want internet everywhere, Starlink.
Now, to get Starlink, Cain told me we've got a small van, we don't have enough power to run Starlink, because we were told it uses a fair bit. It uses a bit. It actually uses less than I thought it would. So what did we end up getting? And this was gifted to us.
This was gifted to us. We were approached by a company, All Powers, with a 100 amp hour portable battery pack. They call it a generator, but it's just a portable battery pack, and a solar system to go with it. So coupled with that, the battery pack could charge itself over a period of time, and it runs Starlink. That's what we use it for, to run Starlink. Literally,
he had been telling me, nope, you can't have Starlink, we don't have the power. All Power said, do you want to try out this battery pack system? And I said, yes, please, because I knew it would let me get Starlink.
That's right. So it was a win for Trina. It was also a win. I'm writing a book. It's awesome to bring out the All Powers. I can take it out if it's hot where we are and there's a nice shady tree and I reckon it's going to be a good spot to write. I carry the All Powers over there, plug my laptop into it, and happy days. So it's worked really well with being portable, the All Power. So I really do love that about it.
We've had it for over a year now, and we've had no issues.
Zero issues. It works really well, and the Starlink's pumping. But
it charges up fast.
That's right. As you said, little hybrids, only got a little battery system, 200 amp hours. We are hungry. Look, we love our power.
With our laptops.
Trina loves her power.
My laptop.
And the solar system's not massive, because the real estate I've got to put solar up there is just not massive. So we certainly needed an alternative. And when All Powers contacted us, I said, yeah, wow, we need something. If we get that, we can have Starlink.
And we got it. So thank you, All Powers. We love it. There is lots of other ones out there like All Powers, but All Powers is the only one we've tried, and it has been amazing. Now, the next one is another small Australian business. I didn't think I could put any in our van because I didn't think we had enough room.
Because I told her it's too small.
Yes, he said, no, we haven't got enough room. But anyway, drop bear storage pockets. Oh, Jonathan and Heather are amazing. Because Cain had told me it's too small, I can't have it, I did some measurements up, particularly beside our beds. I wanted a little skinny pocket there, but they didn't have anything the size that fit. So I said, yeah, do you have anything about this size, by this size? They just made it. They custom made pockets that fit in the spaces that we needed them.
I know, I do have to thank them, because Trina, when we first started travelling, went to like Kmart or Big W and bought these little sticky sort of cup bowls. Yep. They were good, but just in time they move or they unstick and your stuff's falling out. And the pockets were certainly a game changer. And once Trina said that, oh, they'll custom make them for us, I thought, well, if we can fit it in here with the way we got our lights and that, then yes. And
so now we have like 2 beside our bed. We have 1 against this side of the van,
one under the TV.
2 under the TV. Because I wanted a big one, and Jonathan actually suggested, because they would sort of go in the middle, to have them 2 separate. So they are fantastic people at Drop Bear Storage to deal with. They can do whatever. Well, they try and match your colours. They try and fit into your spaces. They give you ideas that what will work and what won't work. And everything is Australian made, Australian owned, small business. Win, win, win.
Tis a win, win, win.
Love it. Okay.
Okay, but I've got to tell you guys, we have said a lot of okays. I've got a lot of FOMO. There's cars driving past behind me and I so badly want to sit there and have a look.
It's not FOMO, you're a sticky pig. You just want to see who's going past.
I need to know who's coming, who's going, have they paid the toll to go past my place?
The mayor of this patch.
Do they have tags?
Okay, quick side note. Do you guys like, we love looking at who's got tags. I know we've got happening empty nesters all over our van, and if you see us, come and say hi, or, you know, put a picture up on Facebook and say, hey, so you're going through this town. We love it. We love looking at other people's tags and seeing that, and we do exactly the same. If we see they've got tags, we go and say hi, or if we're driving past, we Facebook them and say, hey, just saw you. You never know, you might make a new friend that way.
You certainly might make plenty of new friends.
Okay, sorry, let's get back to the serious.
Ooh,
yeah.
Back to the next one. This one was actually, I really needed it because even though I look awesome and I'm fit and powerful, I gas out really quick. The ticker just won't keep up. And we had a wind-up jockey wheel. It was good, nice heavy duty one, but I'd just be knackered. Trina would have to do it all, like up, down, and the van gets a little bit heavy, so we got ourselves a blackjack, an electric one. I just press a button.
It is a game changer.
It is so good.
So easy to use, isn't it?
That's right. And in saying that, I worked out the weights, because weights, everyone's worried about weights.
Yeah, you actually weighed them.
That's right. I found that it was actually a little bit lighter than the jockey wheel one. So, I was quite surprised, quite impressed.
So the blackjack
yes,
is lighter than the wind-up jockey wheel.
There's other ones for, look, if you've got a drill, you can use it. They're really light. You'll save plenty of weight. Yeah, there's Boss ones and that. We just found the blackjack one for us with the button. It works so well for me and even Trina, because you can sit there and just press the button and it raises it and lowers it. The kg rating on it's really high and it works so well. And
we can just get it to the angles that we need, can't we? Like the winding up one, particularly when we had to go a little bit higher at the front, it was getting, I was worrying, it was starting to bend a little bit because it didn't like the being really high.
It didn't really like being super high, just where the join was. Whereas the so far the blackjack has been absolutely amazing. Easy to install, really easy to install. And we just use I just have a lead and just plug it into the Anderson plug at the back of the car when we pull up. It's got a longer lead on it, plug it in there, we do all our work. You can hardwire it, does come with a switch and that. There's a bit of work in that, and I thought this way people can't just come and wind up and down your jack willy-nilly.
Yeah, imagine if they could just press it. Yeah, that would be no good. No, we love it. And it makes just hooking up or disconnecting so much easier and faster now.
It really does.
And I think I'm a bit of a worrywart. And with the jockey wheel, I was always worried that if it was facing the wrong way, like it'd roll. It's got a flat It's got a flat plate on the blackjack. That thing is not going anywhere.
That's right. Certainly when you line it right up with the pin, it's easy to use.
Now the next thing we bought was a Ninja 11-in-1.
Oh, and I thought it was a Nimbus 3000.
Oh, sorry, that's what you call it, a Nimbus 3000. My friend actually had one. We used to have an air fryer, and I love my air fryer. And she goes, oh, you should check out these. It does air frying, slow cooking, pressure cooking, frying, sauteing. I think it does yogurt. It does a few other ones that I don't even look at. Amazing. Because you've got to have things in camping that can do more than one thing. And the fact that I can just have this one dish and it can do everything. We love now the pressure cooking, don't we?
Certainly do, and it does work off our battery system.
Yes.
Like I said before,
it works off the all powers too.
It works off the all powers, so it definitely works off both. It does flatten them, but when we know that we're got the ability to recharge the batteries quite nicely, it's really cool to use.
Or we turn the generator on.
Well, we do have a generator. I have even done baked potatoes in it.
Oh, you're so good, aren't you?
And pumpkin soup.
Oh, you'll have to wait for that one. He has got his own cooking segment on pumpkin soup.
It's a one-off cooking segment.
Well, the idea was to do more, but you don't do much of the cooking. So we actually got rid of our baby queue because of the Ninja 11-in-1. We sort of had to decide that if we're going to buy this, we need to get rid of other things. I do roasts in it. I do corned meat in it. We do like your pies and chips and that sort of stuff in it. We made pumpkin soup. It does pretty much everything we want.
It does. Oh, look, I love the baby queue. It was just a bit more of a pain to get in and out and set up with the gas bottles. The 11-in-1, we've only just got to plug it into the power point, so that made it a lot easier. Plus, again, it come down to weights. If you're bringing in one thing, something has to go out, and we sort of thought long and hard, and that I felt was the best thing to go out.
Yeah, I agree with you, and we use it all the time.
We do use it all the time.
The last thing in our 10 essentials that we wished we had before we left, we've only just recently got, and this was gifted to us.
Another gifted, thank you very much.
But it was something that Cain wanted before we left, and he just couldn't.
I'd actually done research on this, yes, before I left, and they just didn't really have what I wanted in Australia, and then Trina gets a email saying, would you like to try out the Halo reversing camera? And it wasn't just that piece that was unreal, because our van come without a reversing camera. It was the fact that it also come with a tyre pressure management system, so the TPMS, which a lot of people are buying and putting on their dash, but this was all combined together. And yeah, I love it. I love it.
He literally...
I love looking at the temperatures of the tyres and the pressure while we're driving along. So, you know, the pressure's that much. Oh, temperature's getting a bit warmer when it's a hot day, the road. Things.
The good thing is, you're right, it's got the 2-in-1. So you're not having heaps of different monitors and that. You've just got the one monitor. It does everything. I believe you could probably even get a second reversing camera as well if you wanted to, and put it on there as well. But the reversing camera is amazing. Like,
and yeah, she can talk to me.
Yeah, so if I'm actually out and I'm like, move to the left, oh, hang on, I got to do this, he can hear everything.
She can't hear me when I talk, though, so I like to use a few nice names.
If you want to check out, we actually did a video on the Halo reversing camera, just how to install it and, you know, trying it out and seeing what we think. But it's been a few months now since we've done that, and we are still loving it.
That's right. Look, I was quite shocked, I suppose. I knew it'd happen, but when your tyres get hotter, your pressure goes higher, and it's all in correlation. And I was quite surprised at actually how high your pressure your tyres do actually go to the temperature on the road and that. So that's just something to be a bit aware of. If you think, oh, you know, I'm running this much, I'm right near the limit of the tyres, just be aware when they get hotter, that pressure goes up. So you might be running more pressure than you're sort of allowed on those tyres. And
I actually think it saves you, because you're bending down and stuff like that isn't always the best for you. And occasionally when we haven't checked our tyre pressure, you'd have to go around and check all of them to see what they are.
Yes.
You don't have to do that anymore.
That's right. Just make sure you read the instructions first before you put it in, rather than like me and just blaze it and whack it all in and then go, oh, we were supposed to sit there and go one at a time to program it.
We put all of the tyre pressure things on, and then, yeah.
That's right.
But that is typical Katrina and Cain. Now, I thought I would just chuck in at the end here a few things that we took in the van to start with that we have now discarded and got rid of. Because we've told you all these cool things that we wish we'd had in to start with. But there's a few things that we threw in that took up a lot of space and we never used. Should we tell them?
Oh, you can tell them, yeah.
Okay.
Your socks off.
First one is blankets.
Blankets. See, we used to travel in a camper trailer and even our swag, and you needed lots of blankets. But if you got the ability to have some sort of heating system like we've got a diesel heater, you do not need blankets.
No, we literally have a doona on our bed, and that is it. We had 2 blankets.
We have lots of blankets.
And we've done Tasmania, we've done Victoria. You do not need the blankets. So we've donated those to the op shop because they're just not necessary, and they would take up so much space. In a small 13-foot caravan, you don't have that much space.
The other one was the washing machine. I did a lot of research and found a washing machine that we could fit in the far side.
So yeah, it wasn't in the van, it was just in one of our drawers.
It's a nice little washing machine. It was very cute. It did work. We did use it. But the thing is, it uses power and it uses water. And if you're not near water, you've got to use your own water. And as I said, with the bladder, water's key. And we've actually found that we got more space by taking it out. And we go to laundry mats or that along the way. When you travel, you wear the same clothes.
Look, I just found it was a washing machine. So it was a little automatic washing machine, but you had to do all the washing. Then to rinse it, you had to like either do it by hand in other water or empty that water out, put new water in. And then to spin it, you had to empty all the water out and had this little spinning container. And I just said to Cain, I was mainly doing it by hand anyway. I was rinsing by hand. In the end, I was wringing out by hand. I said, I don't see why we're taking up so much space in our caravan, so much power and so much water, where I can do little bits by hand and then just use that little bit of extra money at a laundromat, and it's so much quicker and easier. That's right. And if you look at wiki camps, they'll tell you where all the laundromats are, and you'll find some that are really good, cheap laundromats are awesome. Cheap laundromats are awesome.
Cheap and clean.
Hard to come by, but if you follow us on socials, I will put up there straight away if I find a cheap, clean laundromat. Yes, it probably in the long run does cost a little bit more by going to a laundromat, but for us, the amount of space that we're saving in the van.
That's right, and it's a lot less hassle and stress-free. Yeah, like I said, I'm not sitting there looking at my water gauge going, oh, we're using a bit too much water or more. I'm not looking at our battery system saying, wow, we're cutting down. I'm going to have to run generators and solar panels. And
just having to get it out and setting it all up. Like if we had one that was built into the van, it might be different, but...
It could be different. Just for those small loads, yeah, the van one would be good.
But it was just a portable one, does not work for us. So that was one thing. Another thing, we left this at home before we even went. We did one trip with the annex. So we have an electric awning, and then our van came with an extra annex.
Full annex, yeah. I was a bit disappointed that it didn't actually go onto the electric awning. You put the electric awning away and then you mount this full annex, which makes a beautiful big another living area. And if you're just going to go somewhere for months, perfect.
I'd sort of put it to like the annex you have on a camper trailer, because that's exactly how you set it up. A zillion poles.
It was a zillion poles.
All canvas.
Yep.
Yeah, so
heavy, 50 kgs. So.
And it went higher than this awning. So Cain, the one time we did set up, Cain needed both of our boys to help him. Like I couldn't even reach.
So it's something when you're travelling full time and you're moving from place to place. It's just we would never use it. Use it. We would use the anti-flap kits with their tracks and put our little sort of awnings down, but never the big full awning.
No, definitely not. And what did we save ourselves? 50 kilos.
50 kgs.
That's a lot of weight that we've saved.
Two e-bikes took on.
So I hope that's helped you guys a little bit. I mean, I love watching these sort of videos because you always learn something new is what I feel. So drop a comment. Let us know. Did you learn something new? Is there a product you want to try out? Or do you have some tips for us of
by all means, we learn
try?
stuff every day. So I always sit there, and that's why I get FOMO. I look and go, oh, he's got such and such, and then I want that. Trina's trying to get a little clothesline off the van. We just do not have the space.
We don't have the real estate, and because we have a electric awning, we can't do a clothesline like most vans have. So that is the next thing that I'm trying to work out. It's just so I can even hang my towels outside and stuff like that. I just want a little clothesline, but I'm not allowed to have the one from BCF, you know, the blue one that goes out.
People love them, the ones that sit there and go out, and they're just like a Hills hoist that pulls out. And they all get tangled and knotted.
I had one in the camper trailer and got thrown. It wouldn't fit in our van anyway, it's too bulky. But yes, if you've got any ideas of that for me, I would love that. Otherwise, like, subscribe, follow us along for more cool ideas.
And stop surviving, start living. Get out there, guys.
Catch you next week.
See yous.
You got the last word in. That's what you wanted, wasn't it?
So long I've been trying to get that last word. So long.
That looks a long way away. What do you think? Is that too far away or is it too close? Don't know. What are our thoughts on this angle? Something different? Yes, no, maybe, maybe. No, because you're going to be looking up all the time. You should be looking straight, not up. Oh, what do you think of this angle? What do you think?
I'm a bit further away.
No, that's like a try to sit up more.
Shoulders back, back straight,
Boobs out.
man boobies out. I'm Katrina and you're Cain.
You're an idiot.
You can live the life of a Cain.
Oh, if only I could live the life of a Cain, how easy would that be?
Oh, I think you'll find it's way hard. See, these shoulders are drooped, so all my is drooped, so it's got to sit up straight, shoulders back, man boobs out. We're ready to go.
Ready to rock and roll.